going to show you how to make these flower roses. These are cabbage rose, and I'm going to show you how to make birds as well as flowers. And I use some C6 dyes to make these leaves. Let me show you another one, as I made a couple of them. Okay, so we'll start with making flower. So for this I'll be using this sponge. I got this sponge I think from Michael's, and I think it cuts let me see, yeah, around 1.5 inch diameter petals. So first I'm going to show you what I'll be using to make these flowers. Then we need aluminum foil, then floral wire, floral tape, distress ink. You can use any ink of your choice. I'll be using shaded lilac, and then scissors and our embossing tools. So I'll be using these embossing tools, and again I'll be using my favorite tacky glue. And I already made this C6 I already cut this C6 leaves and just added floral wire and wrap with floral tape. I made a couple of them. Okay, so let's get started. I'm using white color, but if you want to go with any other color, you can use other color as well. And you have to make 6 petals to make flower. Okay, so for flower you'll be using 6 petals. If you want to make birds, then you will be using 3 petals. And if you see, I made this flower a little bit smaller because I just wanted to show that it is opening up. So I use 5 petals for this particular flower, and for completely bloom flower I use 6 petals. And birds are very simple, but I will show you how to make them as well. So with this, now for this, since these lobes are already attached to each other, I am going to separate them with a knife. Before that I am going to pierce hole for all petals, and I'm just going to give a small cut between each lobe, just to make them each lobe kind of separate from one another. Okay, so I will be doing this for all remaining petals, not the green one. For green petal we'll keep it aside for a time being. So let's do the same thing for other petals and we'll be back. Okay, so I have all these 6 petals which I put a hole in the center and just gave a small cut in between each lobe, just to make them separate from each other. Okay, and now we are going to make like the centerpiece. For that I'll be using this aluminum foil, and so this is around less than less than ½ inch in size. And then I'm going to put hole in the center of this, and I'll be using this flower wire and just put it in the hole and twist it. Okay, that way it secures that aluminum foil ball in place. Okay, so our centerpiece is ready, and as I said, you can use any color you want. And I'll be putting this on the edge of all petals, back and forth. you'll be doing same thing for all remaining petals, and we'll be back. Okay, so I have all these petals ready with the colors on the tips of every lobe, and now we are going to start putting them in the form of bowl shape. So I just sprayed a little bit of water, like damp them with the water, and now with this embossing tool, the bigger one, with the one with the big ball, I am going to just emboss, like give them shape in the form of bowl. So just put your tool over here and just drag it in the center, and you will need to do it for each and every loop. Okay, so it's like this, and then I'll just show you, and then we are going to use this centerpiece. Just put it in the center, apply glue, just apply glue in the center, so near the bottom of this ball, and then on one of the sorry, I did not realize, sorry, I applied glue at the bottom, and then just stick it near this ball, then apply glue on one of the lobe, cover this ball completely, at least halfway, and then we are going to put glue on opposite lobe here, and just cover this ball completely so that it will not be visible. Okay. Now I'm going to put a glue on this petal, and just wrap it around this. You will not be putting glue in this, like for this petal you will not be putting glue near the tip of this petal, just like till the 3/4 height. Again, as you see, again on this, so this lobe will overlap on the first one. Now we are going to go ahead and do it for the next lobe. Okay, so the first petal is kind of like we are going to, wrap around that aluminum foil ball, but only thing, two lobes will go completely over the ball to cover that aluminum foil, and remaining 4 we are just like wrapping around. I will show you. I will give you a quick close look, just like, okay, so if you see, okay, so we have our first petal. Now we'll start with our next petal. Again, spray like water, or damp your petal with water, and then you do the same thing, give a bowl shape. So oh my gosh, oh, I broke put it again, that's fine. Just drag it from tip towards the center of the petal. Okay. Like this. And again we'll do the same thing. Take this, put it in the hole, put the glue in the center. Okay. And then now we are going to put one petal at a time. So just I'll be again putting glue till the half of the petal, sticking it to this center petal. Then I'll go to next petal, again put glue, and this lobe will overlap on this. So if you see the left side of the lobe overlaps with the previous petal, we'll give the same pattern every time. So again put the glue till halfway and put it together. Again left side of this petal will overlap with the previous one. Do the same thing. So we'll be repeating this for 6 times total for our 6 lobes. Okay, so you can make this flower using 5 petal punch as well. I don't have 5 petal punch in that size, so I'm just using the one with the 6 petals. Okay, so this is my 5th lobe. Now for 6th lobe, or last lobe I can say. So this is my first lobe and this is 5th lobe. So I'm going to do, just put this over here and like this, because this side, left side, is going to overlap with the previous one, and for this petal, left side is going to overlap the previous petal. So we are keeping the same format, and I'll just gently roll between the 2 palms. Okay, you have to be very gentle, otherwise this lobes will get disaligned. Just removing extra glue from here. Okay, so these are our 2 petals, we put them together. Now we'll do for the 3rd petal. Again it is going to be exactly similar. So this is very simple flower to make, and it is very fast to make. Okay. Okay. Again we will be doing the same format. Okay. Put the glue in the center of the petal. I always like to use tacky glue, but if you are comfortable with any other glue or Fabri-Tac, you can use that as well. Again put glue till half of the petal. Follow the same format. This is first petal, then this is our next petal. This lobe will overlap on the previous one. Okay, again this left side will overlap on previous one. Again this will like this. This, and again this is our first petal, so I am going to do the same thing. Just lift this left side of the lobe little bit so that we can push in our last petal. Okay, so, and just try to give, kind of bowl shape at the bottom. So if there are like pointy like if it is pointing out, just like give a little press over here. Okay, so this you can use as a bird, and then you can put greenery, and for greenery I'll be using this petal, like green petal, and I will show you how to make the base with this green petal. But if you want to stop with the, if you want to make birds, you can wait here and I will show you. I already made a bird and I have added this greenery over here, and this is again with the 3 petals. Okay, you will be doing exactly same greenery for bird as well as for the flowers, so don't worry, I'll be showing you that soon. And then we are going to add our 4th petal. And from tip to the center, tip to the center. Okay. And again, for this we'll do the same pattern. Again till center, we'll be adding glue. So did you see, this is the reason I separated these petals so that they are easy to arrange, because for this particular type of bunch they don't have this lobe like in the separate form. So you just need to give slit in between each lobe to make them separate. But again, if you are using 5 petal bunch, I don't think you need to do this. You can directly go ahead and start making flowers or birds. Okay, again, this is our first petal. Okay, so again I will be just like giving nice shape at the bottoms. Now we'll start with our 5th petal. Okay. You can put glue in the center. Okay, and one more thing is I'm also making sure that this lobe is overlapping these 2 lobes here. So like if I have to put this lobe, this particular lobe will overlap this 2 overlapping like previous lobes. Okay, so now for this petal we'll not be putting glue all the way to the half of the lobe, but like maybe 1/4, because we need to show that this flower is like, we are showing it as like a blooming flower, so we don't want to close it completely. Right. Okay, and this this is again. Okay. Now we've had this petal. This is our last petal. I need to get this tool, that new tool, because it's breaking off quite frequently. I try to fix it with like a stick fast glue, but still it's coming out. So I need to look for some new ones, it seems. Okay, so again, here, 10. Just one dot at the near the base. Don't put too much of glue in this case. I think my petals are not overlapping, so I need to just shift it a little bit here. Okay. So it will look like this, and I will let it dry for a while before I separate all this, like maybe at least first 2 layers of this flower, just to show you. I made this flower, so if you see, and then once it got dry, I separated these lobes a little bit. Okay, so meantime we can make the greenery. So we have this green piece. I'll be putting a hole in the center. Okay, and now, let me give a close-up look. Okay. Now with the pencil, I am going to give this shape. So let me show you. See this? Okay, and then I'm going to cut it with the scissor. Okay. Oops, sorry. Okay, and then I'm just going to give small, like just cut like this, just like spiky cuts. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see, I did not realize that I can't see. So it's like this. I'll be giving spiky cuts. For all these 3 lobes. Okay. And then we are going to spray water again, and again with our tool. Just going, now this time I'm going from center towards the tip. Okay. And then I will put it in here. I will put blue just till the halfway of this 3 lobes. Okay, and got stuck. It's okay. And you can do, if you are making birds, after 3 once you are done adding 3 petals, you can do the same way for the bird. Okay. So this is our flower ready, and once it gets dry we can start spreading those layers of petals. Okay. It will look like this. And yeah, one more thing remaining is I have to add this floral tape. Generally, if I had to wrap a floral tape for this flower stem, I generally cut it in half. And then like this. Now we'll start putting our birds and flowers together. So again I made these two birds and three flowers, out of which two are completely blue and this is like kind of it just started to bloom. So let's get started. I'll be using my floral type, and as I said I already cut this C6 die cut of the leaf. They have really good die cuts for the leaves, like on the different shapes. So then this one first flower, like I mean bird. Then I'm going to put our next bird here. If you want to add glue, you can add glue as well. Okay. Then our flower. And just make sure that this floral tapes are kind of stretchable, so just stretch them as much you can, but don't put too much tension, otherwise it will get break. And then I'll be putting third one, like I mean the flower. And on back side again I'll be putting this space here, and one more flower here, or I'll put this later. This is our last flower. So it's kind of going to be in the zigzag form, and it's up to you like how you want to put them, like if you want to make a spray facing towards one side, or if you want to put them all around on all sides. So okay. So also you can add some beads, or some stamens in between, just to give more like some fancy look. So this is how our third spray ready. Okay, it's looking so beautiful. I like this color. So we have these 3 sprays ready, and I hope you will make your own sprays, and I hope you like watching this video, and let me know if you have any questions. Soon I will be coming up with my next project, where I'm going to show you how to make album cover, like how to decorate album cover. I already made like inside mats for my album, and they are from Blue Fun Studios collection, and I just put all album together today, and I'm very excited to make to decorate the outside of the album. But I'll be sharing that with you soon. So stay tuned on my YouTube channel, and if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel so that you will receive my new videos easily. So see you next time. Till then, bye.